Hello, I'm at home, and this is a time of the day when there could be any disturbance. The phone could ring, the doorbell could ring, I may have to attend to someone, and I may have to stop this recording and then do a second part to the recording. And I'll merge the 2 or 3, whatever number of breaks I may have to take, and I'll upload that in the form of a video. If none of that happens, then very good. Alright, so with that out of the way, the important question. How are you doing today? Good, that's what I like to hear. Nice to know that you're doing well. I'm doing alright, thank you very much for asking. Now, as you may recall, if you had the chance to view that video, I made a video about 2 of my favorite guitarists, Eric Clapton and David Gilmour. I was very happy with that video. And just out of the blue, the thought came to me, why not make one video each for Eric Clapton and then for David Gilmour? And really, it's impossible to do justice to the lifetime of work from either artist. Now this recording, it has absolutely no script at all. I might even say that there is no advanced preparation. It's all going to be impromptu, spur of the moment, spontaneous. And I hope it all turns out all right. I'm pretty confident it will. So, right now, just assume that you don't know Eric Clapton. Now, that is a remote possibility. Eric Clapton has been involved with music since the 60s. And now we are in 2022. His songs have been playing on the radio. They have featured in movies. Otherwise, also, if you just come to YouTube, there's every possibility that you'll just come across a song from Eric Clapton. And once you come across one song, immediately you will recognize him as a great guitarist. Well, let's know a little bit about Eric Clapton, although I don't want to make this video about the man Eric Clapton. It's more about his music. His personal life is something I've never really been interested in, and even now, I don't find that, from what I know about him, that's not the thing that interests me. I follow his music, and I enjoy his music. So I appreciate him more as an artist. So let's get to know a little bit about Eric Clapton, in case you already didn't know. He was born on March the 30th in the year 1945. He is from England. He's a rock and blues guitarist. He's also a singer and a songwriter. Now, in terms of rock music, he's considered to be one of the most influential and successful guitarists. You know, it's quite difficult to pick any one guitarist because just how many there are. And few rise to the kind of fame that Eric Clapton has had. Commercially successful and famous and capable and loved by his fans. Proof of the fact that he has been very influential and successful is that Eric Clapton ranked second in the Rolling Stone magazine's 100 Greatest Guitarists of All Time. In Gibson's magazine, he was fourth in the top 50 guitarists of all time. And in the Time magazine's list of the 10 best electric guitar players, he was at number 5. Should this be evidence that he is a gifted guitarist? Absolutely. But is it the final evidence? I think in these matters, the final evidence really is a very personal thing. It's when you listen to Eric Clapton yourself, you listen to a few of his songs, and I'm not even saying the most well-known songs. I'm just saying listening to Eric Clapton, one song, a second song, or when he's playing with another artist like Mark Knopfler or John Mayall, and you just listen to some of that music and you are transported into a different world where only a very capable guitarist can take you. Eric Patrick Clapton, that's his full name. He's one of those gentlemen who can absolutely do that over and over and over again in performance after performance. Before we get into some of the famous, well-known, commercially successful songs by Eric Clapton, let's take a moment to recognize one thing about Eric Clapton. I divide artists into 2 main groups. There are studio artists and there are live performers. And most of the time, when you enjoy someone's music, you would think from a studio album, wow, this sounds great. It sounds beautiful. How talented this artist must be. But you put that same artist on a stage in front of thousands of people, and then in a live performance, you are introduced to a totally different level of that artist. Eric Clapton is one of those artists who consistently performs better live than he does in the studio. If you listen to his live performances or you've seen videos, the thing that strikes me as fascinating is that Eric Clapton can lose himself in his performance more thoroughly in front of thousands of people than he does in the studio. Why that is, you have to ask him. But the evidence demonstrates that on a stage in front of thousands of people, Eric Clapton can close his eyes and get completely lost. And all the other musicians are following his lead. They know what he's going to do because they practice, they rehearse together, they play together. But on the stage, it takes only a moment for something to go wrong. The drummer, the bass guitarist, somebody on the keyboards, the backup vocalists, everyone is fixated on Eric Clapton. And Eric Clapton has closed his eyes and he is fixated on his own performance. But never does Eric Clapton lose sight of him being a part of a group of musicians. As far as the audience are concerned, Eric has forgotten that there is an audience. There are thousands of people watching. And you will see again and again in performances, whether you look at his performance at Hyde Park, open area, or at the Royal Albert Hall, and the audience goes completely quiet. Thousands of people go completely quiet. Somebody might whistle, somebody might say, yay, or something like that. But the performance is at the level of excellence. And he does that over and over and over again, whether he's playing in England, whether he's playing in the USA, he's playing in a club. He is completely involved And from time to time, he would improvise. He goes with the feel of the song. And take, for instance, now this would be a good time to consider a few songs of his. Now, think of the song Wonderful Tonight. You listen to the studio version of Wonderful Tonight. The lyrics are very simple. The lyrics are very beautiful. It's just an under 4-minute song. And you are left with the feeling, oh, I wish this song was longer. Now, Eric Clapton has played that song live quite a few times. And there, the song is going on for 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't really recall, but it goes on even to twice the length of the studio version. And what a treat it is for anyone in the audience to listen to Eric play the guitar and listen to the song live, because it hits you like it hits you for the very first time. That is not something you get from a recording from a studio. From a live performance, the man right in front of you is just beautiful. And I would like to mention at this point that he is beautifully playing the electric guitar. If you listen to his performances on the acoustic, like there is an MTV Unplugged performance where he's playing the acoustic guitar, and you really appreciate how good and how clean and precise and spontaneous a guitarist he is. It is an absolute joy listening to a song like Old Love. You listen to the electric guitar version, and you listen to the acoustic guitar version, and it feels like you are listening to two different, brilliant versions of the same song. And the audience is treated to two totally different versions. The pace, the flow, the music, the melody, just the lyrics are the same. But it is such a pleasure. You listen to a song like Lay Down Sally, you listen to its studio version, and then you listen to the live version. And what a joy it is to listen to this song. Again, lyrics in Eric's songs are very simple, very basic. Lyrics are not what the song is standing upon. You enjoy the lyrics, of course. The song is standing upon the flow. The song is standing upon the solo, the guitar solo, or even the keyboard solo. And how everything comes together, you enjoy that. Now, go to a different kind of a song, Tearing Us Apart. That song is electric. And you listen to different versions or different performances of Eric. Even if you listen to 3 or 4 times he's played the song live, it's a treat. It's a real treat listening to Tearing Us Apart. You look forward to the point when he will play the guitar solo. Now, talking about guitar solos, what song would you say would be the most famous by Eric? Would it be Layla? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Layla is that song that comes to mind. Again, you listen to the electric guitar version, and you listen to the Unplugged on the acoustic, and it's a treat listening to both. Example after example. Let's think of another song. Let's think of the song Promises. What a smooth, flowing song. It's a song about disappointment in love. But the song is mellow and the song flows. And it's from one of the early songs that Eric played And even today, you listen to that and you can see the changes that his career went through and the changes he went through as an artist. My Father's Eyes. If you listen to the live version of this song, you will be thrilled. Not only will you be thrilled, notice, if you see the video, notice the other musicians who are with Eric when he performs this song. So he is a true entertainer. He's a true performer. He's so much of a true performer that the artists who are with him enjoy his performance. They're playing with him. They're not bothered about making a mistake because they are relaxed. They're enjoying the music and they're part of making that music. Over and over again, you are going to find that is the kind of performance Eric gives. The studio albums simply do not do justice to Eric as an artist. You can listen to the studio albums all you want, and you will enjoy them. But where his true ability comes out is when he's on a stage in front of people with other musicians playing live, as a live performer. That is when you recognize how good an artist he is. There are so many songs, so many, that can be picked as examples from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and after 2000. So many different songs that you can pick up from his blues, from his rock, from reggae. Knocking on Heaven's Door, that's in the reggae style. So all the different styles that he played, he has done very well. Has he perfected them? I don't think he will ever say, I've perfected the art of playing the guitar or performing. I don't think he's aspiring for perfection. He's aspiring simply to be in the moment and to enjoy the music. And that is what he does consistently over and over again. At this point, what I think I'm planning to do is I'm going to leave links to some of the songs I mentioned in this recording. And I'll just put in a few more links as they come to mind. I'll put links to at least 10 different songs. And if during the course of this video you think, oh, I just want to listen to Eric play, feel most welcome to just go to the description of the video and click on any one of those links and listen to the song. I'll try to find a live performance for every one of the song links that I leave, so then you will get an idea of how good a performer he is. And I assure you, you will enjoy listening to Eric. That's about all the time I want to spend on this video. I could make 10 other videos like this, or maybe 20, and dedicate every one of them to one song by Eric. In the future, I might make videos like that. But at the moment, this is all I wanted to do. I'm quite pleased with what I was able to share with you. My own passion for music. Earlier in my life, I did want to be a musician. Well, I wanted to be a few other things alongside being a musician. But I never ended up being a musician. I do enjoy singing. Well, yeah, you can go through some of my videos and you can find me singing along with some artists. But I've always enjoyed music, appreciate music, and Eric Clapton is one artist I will always recommend. Thank you very much for your time, for your company. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you another time with another video, maybe on a totally different subject. But it could be about music. It could be about David Gilmour in the next video. That is what I am intending to do. Let's see how things turn out. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and take care.